I think how I live my life is also very different to how Nigerians live or Trini. Like, I don't.
Well, yeah, because we're in the diaspora.
But I see why people will see you and be like, oh, yeah, you're so Nigerian. But I don't see the same of myself.
Are you calling me fresh?
I did not call you fresh now. Wagwan peeps, it's Venom, what you saying? Alongside my home slice, dammy to the zane. When she and I get together on the poddy, ask anybody, the vibes are insane.
Join our family and feel free to come by. We on Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
Yeah.
New drop on the way every Monday at 6.
Tune in and come see what we unpick. Yeah, what's good, people? Welcome to the Unpicked podcast with me, your homeboy, Venom, in the building. I'm my home slice, dammy to the Zane.
Hey, hello, hi, peeps. It's the one and only.
Done, no? Boop, boop. So we're here today. We got plenty to discuss. We're skitty pop pop. Main topic. In fact, before I even get on the main topic, I was just talking to Dammy, just explaining that my neighbors upstairs are doing a madness with the music. If you can hear the music, that's why. If you can't, fantastic. But
if you can hear Toby crunching his dinner, crunching his dinner, not humping, crunching his dinner. I'm not sorry because my baby gotta eat.
Or if you can hear him humping and the camera starts
shaking,
you will not
hear him humping.
All of that.
Because I took that specific toy, I've taken it away.
Did he give it one? Did he give it more?
I found a hole in it.
Yeah,
I found a hole.
Yes, today we're going to be talking about some of the stuff that has happened this week to do with the royal family. Hint, hint. We're also going to be talking. We're also going to be talking about J-Lo. I don't know how she ended up in this, but she's here.
Don't worry about that.
And and Balenciaga. So before we get into all of the fun topics from today's show, I know Dammy's got some questions for man.
Before the questions, guys, if you're new here, because we started without even doing a real intro, to be fair, because we started off talking about Toby.
Sorry,
if you're new here, welcome to the party. Never tardy. Subscribe. Pre the old episodes. Toby is a dog if you haven't clocked already. honorary member of the show. And if you're returning, welcome back, guys. We love you so much. Real quick, because of the timing of when we record and when episodes go out, I didn't actually see the birthday messages for me until more or less around now. Which would probably be like a week in advance by the time you see this video. So I just want to say thank you so much to our subscribers that sent me a message for the DMs and everything. I felt the love this birthday. So thank you so much. And also I want to give a quick shout out before we do the shout outs at the end. But I want to do an honorary shout out to our international listeners that pre us on Spotify. We see you. We saw our Spotify Wrapped and we were like, what? Unpicked's being listened to in 14 countries. That's mad. Top 5 countries apart from UK and US, Canada, Australia and Kenya.
Come on.
Shout out to you guys.
Big
what?
Shout out. Mad
Thank
love.
you so much. Mad love. Yeah, so now I'm gonna whoop Venom's tush in the icebreaker.
Let's get it.
Let's get it. Okay, you ready, yeah?
Me ready?
For the new guys only, let me just quickly explain. We are doing a leaderboard at the moment for this section, and the loser has to do a forfeit or some sort of embarrassing activity that is picked by the winner. At the moment, Venom's on 6. I am on 8. We do 5 questions each episode, multiple choice. May the best man or woman, more time woman, win.
Okay, the shade. All right.
You ready?
Me born ready.
That's what I like to hear. So question number 1. Which of these artists haven't released a Christmas song? A. Omarion, B. Usher, or C. Chris Brown?
I'll go with Usher.
The answer is
Damn, it's
Omarion.
Omarion.
Yeah, he released a Christmas song with B2K, but not as a solo artist. Question 2. Which of these singers wasn't a member of Destiny's Child? A. LaToya Luckett, B. Farrah Franklin, or C. Tamar Davis?
What was that middle one?
Farrah Franklin?
Or Tamar Davis?
Yep.
I don't know either of them two, so I'm just gonna go with Tamar Davis.
Correct. Well done.
Hey.
Question 3. What album came after the album Yay? A. Jesus is King, B. Donda, or C. The Life of Pablo?
Oh, Jesus is King.
Correct. Question 4. Which of these songs did R. Kelly not write? A. Lovers and Friends by Usher, B. More and More by Joe, or C. Satisfy You by Puff Daddy?
Satisfy You by Puff Daddy.
The answer is Lovers and Friends by Usher.
Damn, that was my next one.
Question 5. Let me just put a mark by the one you got wrong. Yeah, man. Which of these artists have the most number ones on the US Billboard? A. Beyonce, B. Rihanna, or C. Nicki Minaj?
Rihanna.
Yeah, correct.
Come on.
Do you know how many she's got?
Nah, no idea.
She's got 14 or 13.
See it there?
I can double check. 14. 14.
Yeah, I knew
Beyonce's got 8 and Nicki Minaj has got 3.
Nicki is not a number one. She's not built like that.
Yeah. Okay, so that means you got, for the first time, hold on.
No, I think I got 3. 3 out of the 5.
I was about to give you accolades. I was about to say for the first time, you've got 4. But
no,
you got 3 out of 5.
I've been consistent though.
You've been consistent.
I've been consistent.
You've been consistent. So that brings the scores to quick maths. 10 for Venom and...
Is it? No, it should be 9.
Look at that. Quick maths fail. Jesus.
All she had to do is add 3. Add 3 to 6.
I added 4 to 6. I added 4 to 6. Do you know why I added 4? Because I thought you got 4.
They said add 3 to 6 quick. Said quick maths.
Quick maths.
10.
Boom. 10. What you got for us in the tea? What's in the cup?
So in the cup this week, we have Balenciaga. If you haven't seen, they did a campaign which had the kiddies and the sort of dominatrix teddy bears, very sexual. It's been deemed as paedophilic, and it's caused a little bit of backlash.
A little bit,
let's say, in the social media space.
Just like one sugar cube.
Yeah, you know, just not doing too much damage, but
a little bit of Salt Bae.
Kanye threw them under the bus. Kim came out, threw them under the bus about it.
Did they?
Yeah, well, Kim said, I'm gonna revise my paycheck and get back to you. I want to see if they make changes. If they make changes, then I will. Mm-hmm. And Kanye said he's gonna back them no matter what. Because that was the second statement, but his first statement was... His first statement was, look at all these stars are being controlled. That's why no one's speaking out against what Balenciaga's doing. That's what brought it to, like, the fore. What's the point of doing all of that if you're going to turn around and say... I mean, it's yay, isn't it? Well, exactly. It's yay. What else is there? Anyway, Keke Palmer's pregnant. Oh, my God. My good sis. Yeah. My friend, Shoutout, you know who you are. She said that Keke Palmer is like the Nella Rose of the UK. Like, she can do no wrong. People just love her. Influence-wise. She's definitely in the good books of all that I've seen. Keke can't do no wrong. Keke, you love me. Do you think Nella Rose could just pop up pregnant tomorrow?
Yeah, and everyone will back it. Everyone will be like, oh my God, congratulations.
Fair?
They've tried to cancel Nella before. It didn't work.
What was that? Because I do remember.
Because she made some comments when she was younger about dark-skinned girls.
Oh, okay.
So they tried to call her a colorist.
Even though she's not light-skinned, though.
I mean, she's more yellow than, like, say,
Nella.
my complexion. Yeah. She's, like, I'm dark compared to Nella.
Okay.
Yeah.
In my head, she's like, we're all basically around the same space.
See, my girl was like, Sammy, I don't think that we fit into light or dark. She said, I think that we are just literally like, if someone was to say a black person, they would see our complexion. Yeah, they'll see our complexion. And then it's, are you light or are you darker than that? And I was like, you make up a good point,
like default black.
Because, that's what she said. Literally, she goes, we're just default black. And I was like, oh my God. Because I deeped it and I was like, okay, when I think of, if someone says to me, oh, that person's a black person, what complexion do I think of first?
Mm-hmm.
And legit, it's this middle brown. It's not, default black. Can you imagine?
Yeah, anyway, default black.
I don't know how I feel about it because, I mean, should we talk about this now or should we, let's park it.
We'll hold this one. We'll come back to this.
But congratulations, Kiki. Happy for you. She seems happy in her relationship. I hope it works out.
That was my next question, though, was relationship, because I don't know her like that. I was like, I've seen her belly, but I haven't seen.
Oh no, she's with this nice caramel guy. Like, she's doing her thing. Mm-hmm. But that's what I like about Kiki. Like, it's not too in your face. It's not like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, she's just doing her.
Yeah, I like Kiki. I like her a lot. Talking about children,
I gotta do the lyric first though. If you ain't no punk, hello, we want prenup. We want prenup. Yeah. Something that you need to have. Cause when she leave you, she gonna leave with half.
18 years and on your 18th birthday, found out it wasn't his. That's the next one.
Damn. So Kanye West been ordered to pay Kim Kardashian $200K per month. That's $50K per child.
Man can handle it.
Child support. Until obviously they're 18. Yeah, but $200K a month.
He's been saying he's the richest black guy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually based on your historical earnings as well. So it's not based on the fact that he's no longer a billionaire. I mean,
he's broke right now, but he'll have to find the money from somewhere because Kim is not going to accept that he's not paying.
That is wild. $50K per child.
It's wild because currently Kim is probably earning more than Kanye right now.
He's definitely earning more than Kanye right now. That's wild. He should have got full custody and demanded to be a stay-at-home
dad. Not with what he's been putting on social media.
Definitely not.
Do they have joint custody?
They have joint custody, yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, but $200K. That means per month. Those kids are worth more than some people's salary.
I mean,
$50K a month.
Them kids are a 1-bedroom studio in the heart of London.
Each.
I feel like I don't know. Oh God, when it comes to this child support thing,
a month.
No,
Sammy, a month.
I know. But he
not a year.
He's good for it.
That's not the point.
The thing is, for me, I don't know. I haven't had children.
Mm-hmm.
But then I guess like people can grow. People can have opinions this year, and then in a few years' time, I can change my mind.
Speak your truth, girl.
I just feel a bit. Sometimes I feel like it's a bit unfair.
What?
Especially with the celebs. Like, for example, like Kim makes a lot of money, right? Are you telling me that she can't afford to take care of those kids without? I mean, she should get help from Kanye because they're also his kids, but they've already got joint custody, right? Which technically means 50-50 care, right? And
so then she don't pay him the 200.
She's not giving him any coin. He's the one giving her coin. So I don't know. I don't feel comfortable with that. I get it when it's like, okay, the mother's got full custody and the dad, he's not contributing to anything. So he might as well pay some money towards the kids. That's fine. I get that. I agree with that. But in this specific situation, I just think, Kim, like, you're taking the piss.
Like, she actually rich.
Like, you've got money.
She made, like, and they have 50-50 custody.
At this point, she can afford to give Kanye the 200K a month. Kanye can't afford it currently. Listen. I mean, I don't know what Kanye's bank is saying, but I would presume... The last time I heard,
he had like... What did he say? He had like... I think he said like 400 million or something. And Adidas already put like a 275 freeze on his accounts from something else. So he ain't got the millions or billions he once had. He's still got millions, for sure. But I don't even know, if you do the math, how many years you can run a 200K a month bill. I don't even know how many years that million lasts if he made no more money, if you know what I mean.
I think Kanye's good for it because he probably will still make money.
For sure.
They can't... the thing is, because Kanye's created most of his stuff, they can't take his royalties away and stuff like that. Unless he sells his royalties away and makes it public, he will be making money from his royalties alone. Unless people like say they're never going to play him anymore and stuff.
Which is ludicrous.
I don't think that's even true, because if R. Kelly can still get streamed on Spotify and Apple Music, then I'm pretty sure Kanye will too. And he can still make money from his streams. So Kanye will always make money. So I think Kanye can... that's why I keep saying he's good for it. I think Kanye's fine. He's not a billionaire, but you don't have to be a billionaire to be able to fork out £200,000 a month. Being a millionaire is enough. And I don't mean like you've got 1 million. Like Kanye's got 400 million. Come on. Have you seen J-Lo's rehearsals for her Whitney Houston tribute for the Grammys next year? Yeah.
I would only have not seen it had you not have sent it to me. I had no idea this was happening, but Dami sent me the clip. And I can say categorically, and I love me some J-Lo, but the singing is atrocious.
What she put us through was appalling.
It was...
That joke went over your head, and I'm just a bit annoyed about that.
It did,
and I just hope that our listeners out there understood why I said that what she's put us through is appalling. Yeah? When you listen to J-Lo and how she pronounces her words when she's singing...
Is that how she says it?
If she says anything that's like through, she'll be like, through. Yeah.
It's the Latina.
Yeah, I love it. But it's just the fact that the joke went above your head. Like, you're killing
I haven't seen it in... Oh,
Venom is killing my vibe. Oh my God. Don't kill my vibe.
Don't kill my vibe.
Don't kill my vibe. Don't kill my vibe. Anyway, let's play the clip for these guys, because these lot need to hear what we heard.
I'd always dream... No! Whoa, I'm sorry everybody. That hurt me too. I'd always dream that fine. Sorry. That sounded so fucking crazy. I'd always dream that fine. Okay, play it again. Corey, give me the note, Corey. Okay. No, that's not it. Okay, baby. I'd always dream that fine. I'm still going off on always, right? I'd always... Do it again. I'd always dreamed... Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Clearly, J-Lo is struggling. J-Lo is struggling to hit the notes. I saw somewhere that she said that she thinks that she's got the vocal range to sing Whitney's
of
songs.
Whitney.
And she's looking forward to the performance. And in my mind, I was thinking, I ain't looking forward to the performance, because if the rehearsal's got anything to show for it, you are going to struggle.
It's conflicting because I really like J-Lo.
Do you think J-Lo can sing?
Really, really like J-Lo. I don't think J-Lo can sing. Like, if you put her on a scale of good singers, I don't think she'll be anywhere near the top. But I like her songs, and I like how she sings her songs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, she has a lane. I like her lane. Whitney is nowhere near her lane. It's like J-Lo is like, I don't know, a regular road, and Whitney is like a flyover motorway, and they never connect. They don't overlap. They're just not the same. And
they should have got someone like Jennifer Hudson.
Nah, do you know they should have got? What's her name? Damn, why am I forgetting her name after I was just listening to her music? I bust the windows out your car. Jasmine Sullivan. Jasmine Sullivan. Jasmine Sullivan. New song, and,
Jasmine Sullivan can do it. Jennifer Hudson can do it.
Beyonce can do it.
Beyonce could probably do it.
Beyonce could do it, but she'd do too much. She needs to do a Tia Turner only, because she'll do too much.
I think Beyonce can tone it down for the Whitney. I think she can tone it down, and show the vocal range needed.
Yeah, she's got the ability
to let the song shine. I think Beyonce could do it. Who else do I think? I mean, Rihanna might as well do it if J-Lo's going to do it.
Well, Rihanna over J-Lo for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
For sure.
What about, do you think someone like Summer Walker or...
Nah.
No?
Nah. No Summer Walker, no SZA, no Thames.
Absolutely not Thames. No offense.
Who else?
Because her range is completely different.
Yeah,
like her tone is completely different.
Yeah.
Who else is there?
That's it. There's not really like loads of singers anymore.
Ari Lennox.
Ari Lennox is so sick with it. Can she do a Whitney?
Do you think she can do a Whitney?
I don't know. You know, the flavor's so different.
It's very different.
It's less a conversation of can she and more should she. I don't think she should, but I don't know if she could.
Do you think she can? That's where we're going to start.
Ari Lennox is sick, so...
Yeah, she absolutely is.
I would say I think she could.
Okay.
But I don't think she should. I don't think it's her lane. In terms of flavor, in terms of what makes her so sick.
What about Coco Jones?
Do I know Coco Jones though? Okay. This is a schooling moment.
Okay, I'm going to find a clip of Coco Jones and I'm going to send it to you after the show.
Yeah.
And
Coco Jones.
We will come back. Yeah. So yeah, J-Lo. Please hang it up because clearly you're struggling. I mean, if after all these years you've not been able to hit them notes, why would you think that you could? I also was thinking about Mariah Carey, but then I feel like that would almost be like a bit of a... Because I feel like they had a bit of rivalry.
But they did a song together though.
Yeah, they did. They could have even got Faith. Faith Evans could have done it. Mary J could have done it. Like, they could have been anyone else but J-Lo. Mary J could definitely do it.
I'm trying to think if Faith could have done it.
I think she could. Yeah, I think Faith. Oh, wait.
Like, Faith is not like... Faith is sick at what she does.
Nah, okay. I'll take Faith off, but Mary J, absolutely. They should have given it to someone like Mary J.
Mary J, you know. I don't know.
Mary. Auntie Mary.
Auntie Mary could do a Whitney.
Yeah, I think so.
Whitney.
I think Mary J can stand next to someone like Jasmine Sullivan and still shine. Yes, Mary J. Yes. Don't be fooled by the fact that she does all these songs now that it doesn't really show her vocal range. If you go
You know,
listen to
I've been
Mary's
listening
old
to Mary.
stuff,
I've been listening to Mary from the
I
beginning. Original.
think Mary can sing with Hudson, with Sullivan, with Onse, Knowles, Carter, with yes.
Have you seen the ATM machine that doubles up as a leaderboard?
Yeah.
What are you saying? You putting your card in?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Let me just tell the audience. So for those of you that don't know, there's this ATM machine. I think they're going to start rolling this out in select places. But you put your card in, the ATM machine takes a picture of you and shows your bank balance and puts it on the leaderboard above the ATM machine. Everyone that puts in their card, they go on the board based on what is in their account. And Dammy to the Zane said she's putting her card in that machine. Me, no way. The number one position was it was like 2.2 million or 1.2 million. I'm not gonna be on that, but thank you very much.
Yeah, but the lowest was 0, so you could still be on the board, just not at the top.
I don't need to be on the board unless I'm at the top or top 10.
Can you see who's competitive?
I'm not out here trying to be.
You see who's competitive. This is why he's going to be upset when he loses game time. You see? Yeah, see?
I can't be all low down on the board.
Venom's going to be so upset that he's going to remove all the episodes that contain game time.
By then, YouTube might even make a feature where you can just crop out section, just crop out this.
Crop it out. Can you imagine? That's funny. For it to work, they'd have to get consent though. Like they'd have to I think
it says, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, they have to like you have to like sign and say, yeah, I'm happy for them to, because it's a big like data protection breach if not.
Yeah, boy.
But face. Yeah, but I mean, I don't mind my face going anywhere because when you're cute, you don't mind.
Mad, that sentence is gonna sound different to people just listening, boy.
What, having my face?
Yes, I don't mind my face going anywhere,
Yeah, I don't mind my face going anywhere. Take that as you want to take it. I don't care. Yeah.
That better get memed, please. Somebody use that.
So yeah. I think the world would be a scary place if all ATMs did that.
Oh, for sure.
It would be a very scary place.
Especially depending on what time of the month it actually was. Because might be all big chest when it's fresh after payday. Yeah. But when it's
not if all your bills come out on payday, boy. Like with me, the same day the money drop, the money come out.
Yeah.
I don't even get
a couple of days. I get like a grace period of like 3 days or something.
I don't even want to see it because it will just upset my soul. Like it'll be like, oh my God, I got bare peas. Oh, I mean, I still got bare peas, but
yeah, but
and I'm stingy as hell. As in, like, I don't like paying bills. I mean, no one does, but it just upsets me. It's like, what? Or the worst is when taxes come out. Oh, flipping hell, man. And then I'm driving through these London streets and I'm seeing potholes. Or like, it took the council ages to come and empty the bins in my area. And I'm thinking, what am I paying council tax for if you lot can't even come and take ordinary bin, you can't take it out?
Listen, I got too many things to complain about that my money gets spent on and don't see the results.
For me, it's the potholes that kill me because as I'm driving over the pothole and it's damaging my tire, which I will have to take money, I will have to fork out personally to pay for. So I'm paying for it on both sides.
Yeah, you're paying for this road to be fixed and it ain't being fixed. And then you're paying for the
and there's
tire
always roadworks. Have you clocked? In London, there's always roadworks. There's always roadworks. Temporary road closure, this traffic light, those temporary traffic lights constantly. But the road, I'm not seeing any changes. So what are they doing? I don't.
Especially when you had a whole lockdown, makes no sense. But you know what's more annoying for me? It's the plant pots. Because I didn't want the plant pots. I I can't find a person who actually wants the plant pots. So how do we get a refund for the plant pots? Because that's our money that planted the pots.
Do you know what? I don't even mind seeing a bit of
I
don't mind seeing a bit of greenery. As you lot can see, I always have greenery in the video because I like greenery. I don't mind, but don't be closing off roads. Don't be closing off roads and doing roadworks. But this the same pothole that was there 2 weeks before is still there now. Yeah, and I don't see what you're fixing in the road. So what? You know, people are always looking for easy jobs, like to make quick money. I feel like just be one of them people that helps to fix the road because
you're gonna be making money.
You're gonna be making peas, and clearly there's nothing to show for it because I don't see what you're doing.
Do you know what's honestly, even more mad? Is that they don't even have to find the potholes because if you go on Waze, all the drivers point out where the potholes are already. All they have to do is open Waze. Hey, where should we work next? Hey, we should fix this road. We should fix that.
I don't understand. They'll put cones, everything. You'd be thinking, right, okay, they're going to do something big. A month can go by of disruption. They'll disappear and it's like the road is exactly the same. I want to know. What are they storing? I
promise you. It's not storing. It's money. They're money laundering.
Honestly, that's what I'm trying to say. I'm telling you, they're putting money down there. There's something down there. Because I don't get every road.
Their money through the companies. Because all they do, they dig it up and then they put it back. And then they give them the bill and they wash the money through the system. How are you going to dig up and put it back and the same pothole is there? So you're even come on now. It's my biggest gripe because I live very close to a crossroad, not even T-junction, like a crossroad. There is always, I can't remember the last time that I drove and out of my duplex area and I didn't see roadworks. There's constant roadworks since 2019 and there's nothing to show for it. You can tell that I'm passionate about this because I want to know. So you won't be lonely.
I want to know. I want to know what are they doing with the roads because it looks exactly the same. But I have to be factoring in an extra 20 minutes to get out of this area because you want to be closing off roads and I've got nothing to show for it because when you finish and then there's a week's respite and then again, another part of the road they want to close off and I can't see what you're doing. It actually pisses me off and I'm paying council tax.
Well, you need to talk to your councillors and all that, innit?
Anyway, guys, if these ATM things came out, I don't think it would last very long. And I think it will just be an opportunity for rich people to like
flex,
show off. Like someone like Kanye would definitely make sure his face, all his teeth, as well as the metal plates in his head will be showing. So that he can show that whether he's at the top or not. Do you know what I mean?
Let me hear you. I said something stupid when you was talking about you living at the crossroads, but you didn't catch me.
What did you say?
I said, I'm going to miss somebody. And then you said, oh, why did they keep doing that? I said, so the government are trying to make sure that you won't be lonely. Because I'm thinking, you won't be lonely. But I'll just say it.
See you at the crash. I was just too amped.
I know. I just kept saying dumb shit. Lady Susan Hussey versus Ngozi Fulani. Let's unpick this. You heard the story?
I heard the story.
You read the news? You seen the clips on the YouTube, on the Insta, on the TikTok, on the Twitter?
TikTok, TikTok. Yep.
Yeah. So, for the
viewers and the listeners though, I got a little rundown of what the conversation actually was. So I'm going to roll a clip.
Where are you from?
Sister Space.
Where do you come from?
We're based in Hackney.
No, what part of Africa are you from?
I don't know. They didn't leave any records.
No, but what nationality are you?
I am born here, and I'm British.
No, but where do you really come from? Where do your people come from?
My people. Lady, what is this?
Oh, I can see I am going to have a challenge getting you to say where you're from. When did you first come here?
Lady, I am a British national. My parents came here in the 50s.
Oh, I knew we'd get there in the end. You're Caribbean.
No, lady, I am of African heritage, Caribbean descent, and British nationality.
Do you think she was being racist? Mrs. Hussey, the Hussey.
Miss Hussey, Lady Hussey. Mad name though, isn't it? But Lady Hussey. The line of questioning, yeah, it's racist. Is she a racist? To me, not necessarily. That's to be determined. But that line of questioning is racist. That's my initial feeling.
I don't know how I feel about this, you know. I actually don't know how I feel about this exchange, this conversation.
Explain.
Because I think I'm predisposed to believe that she is racist because of some of the accusations or the allegations surrounding Meghan.
Okay,
and,
yeah.
Baby Archie. There's that. There was also a few weeks ago some videos of the Queen Consort with, she was at like a hospital, like doing one of her visits, and the way that she was like, I think it was a hospital, but the way she was like touching this black child's hand and wiping them off her when they were done and stuff like that. So with everything we've heard from Meghan, the fact that Harry has not disputed it, he himself have even said that she's experienced racial treatment. Then you've got some of the things that we've seen, like, for example, Queen Consort, and then now Madame Hussey. I'm more inclined to think that she is racist. And if we take it back even more, what we know about the whole Commonwealth and all that stuff, yeah, I'm likely to think that there's racism there. With the line of questioning, it's tough because I've always believed that if you're black, you're not from here.
Yeah, I understand that opinion.
I think what made it racist here was she wasn't happy with the answer that she received, which was like, well, I'm from this place, or I'm from this association. No, that's not what I'm asking you. I'm asking you, like, where did you originally come from? Well, I was born here.
You said
that's
where your people from.
Where your people. Now that bit, because inquiring about where someone is from isn't racist in of itself. Because I personally feel that if you are not white, you aren't from here. And if someone asks you where you're from, fine, because we're not from here, whether I was born here or not. I wouldn't be so offended. And I actually would have probably, if it was me, I probably would have been like, I'm from this association. No, where you lot from? Where your people from? What do you mean country? Yeah. Oh yeah, my family from Nigeria, but I was born here. Period. And I wouldn't feel any type of way about it because that's facts. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that I don't understand why people are outraged by
it's a tricky one.
The line of questioning. And I think it's down to maybe resilience and also what people are willing to accept.
So I forgot to even put my disclaimer out there. Auntie Ngozi to me is Auntie Ngozi because she's a friend's mum. I know this woman on a personal level. So, and I'm family always, family first. Even if I know like there's a lot of people trying to say a lot of different things, that doesn't bother me. It's family first, and then we deal with the rest after.
Period.
From that perspective,
Sorry.
yeah, period.
Period.
So from that perspective, seeing this woman as my elder, it's very like I know her in this way as well. So I'm like, okay, cool. She being and being Nigerian, but being a younger person to her, I ask an elder something, they give me the answer. That's the answer. You don't ask and ask and ask. So in that, looking at that conversation, I'm seeing someone who's an elder to me give their answer as they would when you ask them a question, and then being asked again repeatedly. And I'm like, that's not how conversations go. But obviously this woman is exposed to a different environment where maybe she has done this many times before and not had racist intent, but just not been sensitive to other people's answers, ways of interacting, etc.
I hear all of that, and I mean no disrespect to nobody, but I'm just thinking, looking at it from my perspective, which is all that we do here anyway.
Yeah, of course.
And I know that if I had been asked, where are you from? I would have said Unpicked podcast. Nah.
Wait. Start from the beginning. Not from the questioning. So you've come as you are, in fact, with your hair down, and this lady's come up to you, and let's say, for example, your hair is covering the Unpicked logo, but that's what you had. And she just moves your hair out of the way, sees your name, says, Dammy, okay. Where are you from? That's how the interaction starts.
Yeah.
Physical first.
Yeah.
You wouldn't take offense.
I would have just been like, yeah, Dammy, where am I from? Unpicked. Because to me, I don't want to make things more difficult than it needs to be. So if you're asking me where am I from, you've flipped my hair to the side. And bear in mind, like, the job that I was in, because you girls leveled up, the job that I was in for like 10 years, I was subjected to worse than that. Do you understand me? So to me, it's like, I don't need to put myself through, I don't need to make a point. I'm not going to try and be difficult answering. I know what you're trying to ask me. So I don't need to try and be difficult in the answer that I'm going to give you. I'm going to give you what you want because I don't want to harm my mental health. I don't want to ruin my day. I don't need to, like, do you know what I mean? I'm not, and I'm saying this without any disrespect to anybody.
No,
like,
no,
I respect my elders. Like, if my mum was that woman, was Auntie Ngozi, right? I'll say the same thing to my mum. Like, Mum, we're black. We know we're not from here. We know when someone asks us, where are you from?
You know what they mean.
More time, they're asking, where do you originate from? The thing is, just looking at the line of questioning and even some of the conversations after the fact, you know, on the news and like speaking to different like interviewers and stuff, the whole conversation is, listen, I'm from this country, so I shouldn't have to answer where I'm from originally because I'm from here. No, we're not from here. Do you know what I mean? Like, I hear a lot there's a lot of conversation, and I'm not saying it's Auntie Ngozi that said that. I'm saying surrounding people that have had conversations are saying, you know, if you're born here or you're a native, whatever, we should be sensitive around asking those sorts of questions. No, if I'm brown skin, if my skin has even shade of olive, let me tell you something. Europeans are not from here. Brexit proved that. Yeah? So if you're Italian, you're Spanish, your skin's got a little hint of color. You're not from here. You're Asian, you're not from here. You're black, you're not from here. Sorry, we're not from here. We're not natives to this country originally. So if someone is asking me where am I from, I'm just going to answer plainly. I was born here, but I'm originally from Nigeria. And I feel no way. I hear that. You won't even have the chance to ask me twice. Do you see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, but I think that's our generation. I think our parents' generation, they fought to be accepted as British, whereas I wouldn't say that's the same for our generation.
Well, no, yeah, I agree with you there. But I'm saying that, again, from my perspective, as I've said, as far as I'm concerned, I don't need to be fighting to be from somewhere that I'm not.
You don't. But it's about how you personally identify, which is the age that we're in. Where if you feel, say, regardless the color of your skin, the origin of your forefathers and whatnot, that you identify, hear the words, yeah? That you identify. I
hear you. I'm not disputing what you're
British,
saying.
Then once I answer you with your question, I say, where are you from? I'm British. That's it. Because I identify as British.
Yeah.
Me, and then, Venom, never. But
absolutely not.
But that is the age we live in. It's what you identify as.
I hear that. They've okay, I get it. They have fought. Because like, even if I look at like my dad, for example, like my mum's a different kettle of fish because my mum was born here. My dad wasn't, right? And he fought to have, you know, the nationality, British nationality, for the betterment of his life and his children's life. He worked really hard to do that. And he's achieved so much in the many, 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 many years. My dad's been here for decades. Like, he was here way before I was born, for sure. At least a decade before I was even born, before I was a concept. So I get it. I get that. But it doesn't take away from what I'm saying, in that from looking at the line of questioning, it was very clear from a bit earlier on what the question actually was. And I think a lot of it could have been nipped in the bud if the question was just answered. I think the question was racist, more so the tone and how it was asked, not necessarily what was asked. I think that, again, I can believe people's accusations and allegations that the family have racist members because of what we've seen and heard so far. I could believe that. But I think that a lot of the questioning, the repeated questioning, could have been negated if the question, which it was clear was understood, what was being asked, had just been answered. You know?
But again, I think
because
that
I feel like a point was trying to be made.
All black people looked at the first question and knew exactly where that was going.
Exactly.
However, I agree that she stood her ground, because the fact remains that she stood her ground and look where it went. What I think it's going to do is make people actually pay attention to what they're doing, because this woman served the Queen for however many years. Unfortunately, she's an old lady. She's almost like the wrong person for it to happen to, in a sense of where she is at in her life. Yeah, essentially as an iconography, not as an individual. If you do wrong, you do wrong. But in that sense, yeah, she's, it's not ideal. But it's the truth. It's the truth of what happened.
I don't think it's going to make a difference.
I think it will make a difference, not necessarily in people's day-to-day life, but I think it will make a difference in how racism is treated and how people think to ask certain lines of questions.
No.
I think it will make sense. In powerful positions, I think it will definitely make a difference.
Do you know why? We see police brutality against black people every single day. Okay, I'm exaggerating. We see it often. Yeah? And people have all these discussions about it. And then a few months will go by and we'll see another one. It's not going to make a difference. It's not. What will make a difference is for black people to accept that we are not from it. I don't care if your whole family was born here and it's your great grandparents that came here. We're not from here. That's why I rate our generation, that we're very much like, yeah, I'm African, or yeah, I'm Caribbean, or wherever we're from. And we're not accepting the fact that we were born here as defining my identity. I don't know. No, I'm Nigerian. I have very Nigerian features, you see? Full lips. I've got the pressed down nose, hardly any bridge here. I've got the shinky eyes. I shouldn't say chinky. Almond eyes. You know?
Is that the new word for it? Almond?
Yeah,
I know what you mean.
Yeah. Catty eye, almond eye, almond shape. Yeah. I have very Nigerian features. I've got the cheekbones. Listen, and I'm proud. And I don't need to claim some other culture's country just because I was born here. I don't need to do that.
There's a lot of people who have marched, protested, fought, died, whatever, just so that black people can be British and be accepted and be equal and have the same rights in this country. So if any black person wants to turn around and say that they're British to somebody else, then I'm like, good on you.
I'm forever grateful for, to my dad, for example, and to my mum's parents because I can't even say that my dad fought the fight. It was definitely the generations above them that did that. My granddad was one of the few that went to the University of Canterbury, got a whole degree, started teaching in this country back in the 50s times. Hey. So this is before our parents. Do you know what I mean? My grandma, she came here, she was a chef. She came from Nigeria. She studied here and then she became a chef. Her specialism was pastries and stuff like that. They fought the fight for us to have a better life, not for us to claim to be British. So I can't speak for everyone, but I can speak for my family. I know that the people that moved to the Western world, and I'm not just talking UK now, I'm talking America, Canada, or Ireland, places like that, from Nigeria. They came here because they thought, you know what, life back home is hard. It is difficult to get a good education. In the UK, they give people education for free. In Nigeria, you have to pay. In Nigeria, you have to pay for healthcare. In the UK, it's free. Yeah. Like there was so many things that the UK doesn't really have anymore that they had back then, because NHS now is free, but it's trash. If you don't have private medical, I'm sorry. You know, education, yes, it's education still up there, but I don't know if it's ranking highest, like where it's ranking across other countries in the world globally. Now. But back in the day, if you had an education from the UK, it had gravitas, it held something. So our families came here so that they could give us a better life than what they had and better opportunities than what they had back home. They weren't fighting for us in my family to be British. And my whole life, they were telling us, you're not British. So I think I get it about the whole identify thing. And I think it depends on because the reason why I brought up my granddad and I went that far back is to show you that they were the ones that were they were fighting. And even they didn't want their offspring to be considered as British. They wanted them to remember and know where they come from. It's so important as a Nigerian. Again, I can only speak for Nigerians. Yeah, for us to understand, we're very proud of where we're from, and it's so important that you cannot lose your culture. That's why there's this whole: can you speak your language or not? Can you understand it or not? Because it's like you can speak English, but you can't speak your own language. People start looking down at you for it. I know, because I understand, but I can't speak it fluently.
I know, because
and I hear it all the time.
Speak.
Yeah, I hear it all the time. Like, wow, so you just forgot where you come from like that. So when you have children, they're not going to be able to speak it. And I feel bad for that. But I'm saying all of this to say that as much as I understand their generation had battles that we didn't have to face, they didn't have those battles for us to be fighting to be British. They had those battles because they were fighting for us to have a better life, period.
Yeah, I think if, not that I have here, maybe it was my beard. But I think if Lady Hussey come and move my beard to the side, we're in beef. Then
I would have been like,
it's immediately beef. Whatever she's asking is antagonistic. I'm giving you
100%.
I'm giving you the longest answer. We're doing this.
I'll answer it.
If you're answering me, and then we're doing this.
I will let you know that the way you touched me, I didn't appreciate it. There's a way. I just don't need to be longing out and being difficult. And then the woman's now telling me, I can tell now that it's gonna be hard to get an answer from you. That's even riling me up more. I don't need that. I don't need that.
I'm doing it all.
I don't. I guess it goes to show personalities, then, isn't it? It's less identify, more personality.
Yeah.
Because my mom, I think my mom's the kind of person that would have done exactly what Auntie Ngozi did.
I think my mom would have done that too. That's actually where I wanted to get to.
Yeah, she wants to prove a point, so she's gonna be trying to prove a point. Whereas me, and even
we had a conversation time ago, yeah, and it was about this Britishness, but I can't remember the context, especially because this is so current and so impactful. It's proper brainwash me. I can't think of the context. But my mum was so like, don't let no one try to tell you you're not British. Like, you're British if you want to be, and da-da-da-da. We fought to this, that, and the next. And I'm like, you know what, Mum? Facts, actually. I hear what you're saying, and I get the life that you've lived. It's tricky because we haven't seen it through their lens.
No, yeah.
To understand people actually telling you don't belong. And our parents' generation of black people had their own experience of being black in this country. But they had different, all not the same, but they had their own experiences.
They had their own experience.
during their time, they had clear, defined groups of white people who identified themselves as a part of these groups that rejected black people openly. It wasn't frowned upon
or
to overtly separate yourself and not include black people in
it wasn't
society.
covert, it was very open.
So being a part of that experience, I can understand why you firmly identify as being British, because it's a fight that you've endured to get to the
depends.
point.
That's what I'm trying to
acceptance.
get you to.
It depending
depends
on where you sat in all of that.
Yes.
That's all.
Because you're saying, my understanding of what you're saying is because they endured some of those battle sacrifices that they are strong on identifying as British. And what I'm saying is not all.
Yeah, not all.
But Africans are so scared of losing their culture. Like my dad is so scared. He's like, when you lot have to get partners now. I mean, my dad's very much marry whoever makes you happy. But I know deep down inside, he wants deep down, he wants me to marry a Nigerian Yoruba man. So that he can say his offspring kept the culture, kept the vibes. It's even in the Igbo culture, it's even more serious. Like they're very like, we must protect Biafra, protect. So they're so, do you know what I mean? Like it's so, it's serious. Like I've got friends from Ghana, and like for them as well, it's like, my family will be happy with whoever I bring home, but ideally they want me to bring home a Ghanaian from my tribe. Like I feel like Africans are so like, we were born here, but fundamentally the African country is where I'm from. So that's why I'm finding it difficult to agree with you when you're talking about this fight that the older generation had and why they are fighting to be British. It's because I know so many older generation that were in this fight that they're fighting for better life, not for British. And the reason why it might come across that they're fighting to be British is because without the nationality, without the ID stating that your nationality is British, you were exempt from getting a lot of the benefits to being British, i.e. NHS, i.e. being able to work without worrying that immigration is going to come and collect your load and send you back home. Right? Especially back then when they were probably taking boats. My grandparents took boats to come to this country. They didn't take a plane.
Same thing.
Like cargo, they were on a boat. So they wanted like free access to come in and out of the country so they can travel back home to their country and come back easily, no worries. They wanted to be able to work anywhere, not having to take a backhand job because they don't have papers. They wanted to be able to go out and not worry about immigration coming to storm the place to carry as many people as they wanted to get out. They wanted to be able to have access to NHS, access so that their children can go to school, access to go to university. Yeah, like honestly, like that's what they were fighting for, not necessarily Britain in itself. Do you know what I mean? They were fighting for the nationality, for the benefits of it, not for me to sit here and say I'm British. I'm pretty sure even Caribbeans, I'm pretty sure they would still want their culture to be the main thing for their kids or grandkids or whatever. But it's just that they don't want someone to say, you're not supposed to be here. It's more that than fighting for British. Do you see what I'm saying? That's what I believe anyway, from what I've seen or from what I've heard speaking to some older generations that were here doing that fight. They just wanted equality in terms of what we're entitled to, not necessarily the title in of itself, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's what it represents.
They just wanted what it would give you, not necessarily. That's the bit that I can agree with. But fighting to, no one can tell you that you're not British. No. They can't tell me I'm not British because I was born here. So that means I have every right to the same things, to the virtues that a white British person has because I was born here. It's my nationality. But you also don't want me to forget that I'm Nigerian. And actually you prefer me to say that I'm Nigerian. Otherwise you would not have given me a Nigerian name. Yeah, because I was going to ask, like, what do you actually identify as then? If we're going to talk about identifying as something else, or do you identify as British? Do you identify
as a villain? That's what I identify as.
You've been pitching for this the whole year.
But outside of that, when it comes to race and stuff, I identify as Nigerian and Trini. Anybody asks me, yo, where you from? I say I'm Nigerian and Trini. Because I ain't British.
Nah, I don't want to claim
that's not where I reside culturally. Well, that's a lie, because I reside in the hybrid culture that is London, if you know what I mean, that cosmopolitan mix up malarkey. But yeah.
I don't know if I do, you know.
Well, I know that influences my culture. That influences a lot about me. The parts that I accept and the parts that I reject them because I've experienced them. But I know that, you know, maybe it's because as a youth, I had the luxury of having parents that were affluent enough to take me to Nigeria and to Trinidad quite a lot. So I did get to experience.
You got to experience it all, yeah.
Both of my motherlands more than once, and I know I prefer them, and I'm a warm climate person, so you know, I mean, the music, the culture, the food, the energy, very, very different to here, and I much prefer it.
Yeah.
To just be, you know, honest.
There's no point asking me the question because, guys, you know what I'm gonna say. I'm so different. Nigerian that people meet me and they're like, yeah, through and through. People don't even believe I was born here. Some people actually think I was born
in Nigeria.
Back home, yeah, because of my mannerisms, and even like it comes out. Like my brother will be like, "Damn, I watched the episode of Unpicked. You're so fresh, like my God." And I'll be like, no, I just strongly connect with my culture. Do you know what I mean? Like this place is not. Nah, it's not. It's not where I'm from. I was born here, yeah, but that's where it ends.
Yeah.
I don't.
It's different, man. It's different.
How I live my life is so different to how like actual British people live their lives.
So I agree with you there, but then I think how I live my life is also very different to how Nigerians live or Trini. Like I don't.
Well, yeah, because we're in the diaspora.
But I see why people will see you and be like, "Oh yeah, you're so Nigerian," but I don't see the same of myself.
Are you calling me fresh?
I did not call you fresh now, but I don't see the same qualities in myself that really attach me to
I see what
Nigerian
you mean.
or Trini culture.
I see what you mean, yeah.
I just know that I feel connected to them more than I do to this.
I mean, when I'm in Nigeria, I'm the least Nigerian. I'm so English. It's unreal. And I was saying to my dad the other day, because I mean, my mum and dad, they constantly go back. They're at that age now where they go back and forth. Especially my dad, back and forth. And I asked him, would he move there? And he was like, yeah, I mean, he misses the country and he wants to do like a hybrid situation where he spends half the year there and half the year here, and then he'll like increase it incrementally. Because back home's better for older people, to be fair.
It is. Warm weather is better for your
warm weather, anyway. Better culture,
moisture,
more community. People look for you. Like this country, you work till you're flipping old. It's cold. No one. You could be in your house all week. No one will like look for. No one will knock on your door, check on you, come and see you. Whereas in Nigeria, as they're walking every day, people are walking past, they'll quickly pop in. Like it's different. So like, you know, but he was like to me, would you move to Nigeria? And I said, Dad, I would absolutely love. My dream is to live there, but I don't actually fit in. And he didn't get it. He was like, what do you mean? You're Nigerian. How can you not fit in? You're Nigerian. It's your birthright. So for them, it's the other way around. It's no one can tell you that you're not Nigerian just because you wasn't born there. You're Nigerian. Your name is Damila. Yeah. You're Nigerian, and no one can tell. So he's very like passionate about it. And I was like, yeah, I know that, but you know, there's certain street cred. There's certain like lessons that you learn from living back home. No, like that you think you're street smart because you were born in London.
Of course not. There's different streets.
We don't know streets. We don't know street smart.
Every street is different.
We don't know street smart like them them ones. But even Africa, period, them lot know where the street you're walking on has sand. They know street smarts. This street smart that we're doing in this UK is rubbish compared to what they have to deal with back there. You know, so. There's so much that we don't know. And when I go back home, I always feel a bit like, I don't quite fit in here and I don't quite fit in London either because I'm not from there. because I'm not from here because I was born here, but I'm not from here originally, and I'm not from there because I wasn't born there. So I'm like in this middle place, but I would still 100% say I'm Nigerian before I say I'm British.
Yes, man.
A conversation that we need to talk about.
Mm.
It has just come to me, and guys, we're going to talk about it. On TikTok, there is a whole discourse between African Americans and Africans.
Okay, I need to educate myself on this.
I will educate you and send you some things that I see offline, and we'll come here and we'll talk about it. Yeah, because there's this whole, it's almost like better wars, like who's better, which culture is better, and it's like, yo, we are black. But let me not say too much. I want to give a shout out to Rockin' Rhonda. First of all, thank you for saying happy birthday to me. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. And also, we wanted to give you the shout out because you asked us to talk about this. This was a special request from you. You have been supporting us for some time now, and we appreciate you. And if you want a shout out like Rockin' Rhonda, it's very easy. Like the video, subscribe, and let us know in the comments either that you've subscribed and you want to shout out your views of the topic we've discussed today, or let us know if there's something you want us to talk about. As you can see, we might not do it ASAP Rocky because of the way we edit and whatever, but we will come back to it and we will discuss it if that's what you want to hear. So yes, that's all I gotta say. You want to say anything, Venom, before we?
I want to say peace, love, always.
Always.
Whether you're Caribbean, African, Black, British, you know what I mean? However you identify.
Whoever you are, I'm not gonna say identify. Whoever you are.
And also if you're not black.
We appreciate you, but as I'm sure you lot have probably noticed, we are a podcast that talks about things from the perspective of the culture. You get the African, the very African, an African perspective, and you also get a bit more of a mix because Venom's a bit more of a mix as well. So
I've got a little bit of Caribbean perspective in me.
Yeah, a little bit. So yeah, we will soon be opening out our conversations. We're figuring out a way to open it out to gauge more people from the culture, to get more people from the culture involved, whether that's going to be interviews or whether that's going to be doing a live show on YouTube so we can get the comments rolling on the side and all that business. We're thinking about it. We'll get back to you. But yeah, guys, I'm going to close off there, I think. I'm going to say, until next time. Until next week.
Oh, giving them the sexy... Go on, do it. Do it.
What am I doing? I'm confused.
Oh, I was just waiting for you to say it.
What piece?
Yeah, all of it.
Oh.
I was enjoying.
Until next time. Until next week. Peace.